How is it going, everyone? I'm going to go over today's daily plan. My executions today, I took one single trade, and the creatings of today's daily plan. So what we're looking at here, 2 red zones, 1 green zone. This was the daily plan, 2 sell zones, 1 buy zone. Now we haven't interacted with the buy zone, but I still took along, and once we get into the executions, I'll show exactly, or I'll show for the most part why. Right, there was a buyer who stepped in a little bit ahead. We saw that on the tape. So let's start with today's daily plan. I posted on StockTwits as well as a community page here on YouTube. So please subscribe or follow me there. It means a lot. Thank you. So part one of the daily plan, as always, is the TPO charts. TPO stands for time price opportunity. You also hear these called market profile charts. Now I know these charts, if you're new to this, looks super intimidating. Why do I need these charts? We have candlestick charts. That's all you need. Price tells all. Doesn't really work like that. You go to any prop firm, any desk where you'll have traders, and they're using order flow. They're using almost all of them are going to be using market profile as well. I can't say for sure that all of them, but order flow, I can almost positive say, yeah, they're not trading off candlesticks. Sorry, but regardless, I know these look super intimidating. They're really not. Once you learn what you're looking at, it doesn't take long to learn this at all. And again, you learn this, you take a glance at it, and within 5 seconds, you get all the information you need. So things that we look at. Oh, I just noticed I don't have my pen. 1 second. All right. Things that we look at on the profiles are the tops of profiles, the bottoms, where value area highs are, value area lows, points of control, are we leaving structure behind, are we cleaning structure, etc., etc. Also, the overall shapes of the profiles. So, for example, this profile right now for this cash session is in a capital D shape. I know it's not too clean right now just because we're not too far into the session, but we see the early makings of a capital D shape, right? You see it a little bit over here as well, and we've went over this on the YouTube channel quite a bit, but to sum up, it is a balanced session. We have a two-way auction. Bulls are happy to transact down here. Bears are happy to transact down here. Everyone is happy to transact up here, within here, right? This is just a balanced profile, and we have a balanced session right now. So I come here, I gather what I need. I'll annotate the charts. I'll take note of where structure is, where balance is, whether we're accepting above or below it, all that fun stuff. And then I flip to what we're looking at originally, which is a footprint chart. This is how I gauge the order flow. This is how I read it in real time. This is a 4-hour chart, what we're looking at, but I don't only use the 4-hour chart when making my daily plans, though. I like to use the 4-hour chart as I find that this provides the best or some of the best information for me, who is a day trader. So I come here, I'll annotate, do we have a big bid somewhere? Do we have a big offer? Do we have a bid moving up on the tape? See how this buying imbalance is moving up? Do we have an offer walking down on the tape? See how this selling imbalance is moving down? Do we have trap volume somewhere? As we do here, do we have areas that has low volume? Haven't transacted too much in here. Now we have a little bit. Didn't transact so much in here until we did. Well, actually, we passed through it again. But you get the point, right? So each of these things mean different things. We also look for exhaustion at lows, at highs. Maybe we don't have exhaustion at lows or don't have exhaustion at highs. All these mean different things, and we pair that with what we first saw on the TPO charts. So from here, this is my step 2, and step 3 for me is doing the same exact thing, but now on a daily time frame. And here we could see larger time frame to participants that help build confluence between what we saw, not only the TPO, but the 4-hour footprint as well. So what you guys see on the community tab, what you guys see on StockTwits is my annotations of this just covered up. Now, if you want to actually see my reading of the current market structure, the order flow, all that stuff, for yourself, just go to my site, and you could get access to the daily plan tab specifically through the Discord. Now, from here, let's take a look at today's intraday order flow. So now we're transacting back towards lows, but from the open, we were one time framing up on the 30-minute, right? So my long was at 99 quarters or 99 halves, I forgot. It was like 5, 10 minutes into the open, very, very soon. You see this buying a balance, exhaustion at the lows, to simply put it, right? There's a little bit more to that. I won't dissect the 5-minute chart, but nonetheless, I'll let you guys take a look at the order flow there. So if you want to pause and try and read it for yourself, the tape was super clean at the lows, right? Buyer was clearly showing themselves on the tape, and I went long with them. So I'm going to pull up my executions. Let me just pause because I want to block out my P&L. All right. Someone asked me today, actually, I think they're a newer follower on StockTwits, asked how much I made. And any longtime viewer or subscriber or follower or whatever platform, you guys know I do not show P&L. I don't believe that is, I feel like it's kind of like, I don't want to label and put a word, and I can't even think of a word, but it's just not genuine if you're just trying to show people P&L, right? I show everyone my executions day in and day out. I have posted my trade logs. If you want, just comment and I'll post it on the community tab. I'll show my trade logs. I don't mind at all. I'm not trying to get a whole bunch of people to join my Discord. I have a small Discord. It's like 5 of us, literally, and it's just people who want to trade the same way I do. Learn how to read the tape for themselves. Learn how I find my levels, and why they're so tend to be so accurate day in, day out. Risk parameters. We have webinars going over the tape. Live replays, all that stuff. I'm not trying to have a huge room of 500 traders. Just a whole bunch of like-minded traders who trade the same way. So this actually may have been sooner into the open than what I thought. 5 minutes into the open, we start coming down here, and once we come down here at 100 evens, it was very clear on the tape someone was buying. So I was just waiting. One more dip down, I want to see them stopped out. I enter on the stop run at this point in the day. This was the low of day candle. Entered full size here, mark it in. Then I took 80% off at 2R, or my 6 points, right? I usually risk 3 points. And then I was stopped the rest, the 20% of my full position at break even. Now, I took 80% off at my first target. Most of the time I take 50% off. Sometimes I'll take 75%. Why did I take 80 here? Well, the buy zone that I was looking for was a little bit lower, and I wasn't convinced that the low day was in. But I was convinced that someone was buying here, someone with much bigger size than me. So someone I wanted to ride the coattails on. Now, I explained how to do that, how to view that and stuff through the webinars and whatnot, but essentially that was the thesis behind this trade. Stopped out, break even, and then of course we continue probably, 5R additional, actually more than 5R in my favor. But that's just what it is. So today's topic that I kind of want to touch on is, how to manage your trades and deal with trading kind of as a profession and as professionals do, right? And that's not trying to look to trade every inflection point. I wasn't trying to go long on this low, all out up here, try to long again, right? Why do traders not, or professional traders not try to catch every single inflection point? It's not that they don't know how to. It's not that they can't read the tape. It's just, as a professional trader, over the long run, you want exposure in the markets, right? I'm entering somewhere that should be a reversal point kind of on a daily candle, but I'm entering that on a lower time frame to minimize my risk exposure. Now, I take off a majority of my position, half at least of my position at my first target, and then I let the runners run, right? If I were able to get 3, 4, 5R on these runners, perfect. What I always try to say in the room is, your first target is your salary. Your runners are your bonuses. You have to focus on the base hits and not playing every inflection point, right? Just wait for these key points where you have good confluence between your tools that you use so that you can maximize your reward, right? All about risk to reward. So that's it for me today, right? This is the only trade I'm looking to take. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. If I would have, held this last bid for my original stop, of course I would still be in it. My partials would have been probably 22s and then all out at the overnight high, but of course that's not the case. If you guys are interested, you could check out my other recaps. I traded pretty actively last week as well. And you saw a lot of this, the same thing of taking off 80% just because this level has been active. This around 4100 is a little bit lower, but someone's been front running the levels that I've been looking at. So I just had to manage these trades differently, right? You have to play each trade with the confluence that you have behind it, the type of buyer offer that you have, the kind of day type. There's a lot that goes into it, right? Each trade isn't the same. Every, if you're a chart trader, every double top or every double bottom is not the same. There's more to it. It's not just the framework to your trades. There's also the context. So hopefully that was able to ring some bells for someone. Hopefully you guys were able to learn something. If you have questions, leave a comment or email me. I'll leave my email in the description as well. If you're interested in learning how I trade and would like to trade this way for yourself, again, I'll leave a link to my website in the description.